From the banks of the Danube to the shores of the Pacific, Hungary and the Philippines are, quite unexpectedly, rewriting the meaning of friendship in today's world. These two nations, separated by continents and oceans, are finding common ground in ways that surprise even the most seasoned diplomats. Most people would never guess that Hungary and the Philippines are friends. If you ask someone to name two countries likely to form a close bond, these two probably wouldn't make the list. They are thousands of miles apart, with vast stretches of land and sea between them, making their connection even more remarkable. Their languages, food, and histories seem completely different. Hungarian goulash and Filipino adobo, Tagalog and Magyar. On the surface, they share little in common. Yet, something remarkable is happening between these two nations. They are discovering shared values and dreams. In recent years, Hungary and the Philippines have built a partnership that goes beyond politics. It's about cooperation in education, technology, and even disaster response. It's not just about signing papers or shaking hands for the cameras. It's about building real bridges. It's about real people making connections that last. Students, families, and friends learning from each other and sharing experiences. Why is this friendship surprising? Because for decades, these countries barely noticed each other. Their paths rarely crossing in history books. Now, they are sharing culture, helping in disasters, and building trust through joint projects and cultural exchanges. They are showing the world that borders don't always matter, and that friendship can flourish in the most unexpected places. This story starts in the news, but it reaches into everyday life, touching ordinary people and inspiring new connections. It's a story of hope, resilience, and the power of reaching out to the unfamiliar, a reminder that friendship knows no boundaries, and that together, we can create something truly special. Hungary sits in the heart of Europe, nestled far from the tropics and surrounded by land on all sides. Its central location has shaped its history and culture for centuries, making it a crossroads of different peoples and traditions. The Philippines, on the other hand, stretches across the vast Pacific, made up of more than 7,000 islands scattered like emeralds in the sea. Its geography brings together a mosaic of cultures, languages, and traditions, all influenced by the ocean that surrounds them. Their climates, landscapes, and even time zones are worlds apart. Hungary experiences cold winters and mild summers, while the Philippines enjoys tropical warmth year-round, with lush rainforests and sun-drenched beaches. It's hard to imagine two countries more different on a map, separated by thousands of kilometers and a world of contrasts. Hungarian is a unique language, with roots going back to the Magyars of Central Asia. Its words and sounds are unlike any other in Europe, reflecting a proud and ancient heritage. Filipino and English are spoken in the Philippines, with influences from Spain, America, and many local tribes. This blend of languages tells the story of a nation shaped by centuries of contact and change. Even the music and art tell different stories. Hungarian folk tunes echo with the rhythms of the plains, while Filipino melodies are infused with island spirit and festive energy. Their art too reflects the landscapes and histories that shaped them. History shaped each nation in distinct ways, leaving behind grand cities, ancient ruins, and monuments to resilience. Hungary faced Mongol invasions, Ottoman rule, and the Iron Curtain, each era leaving its mark on the land and its people. The Philippines endured colonialism from Spain and America, survived World War II's devastation, and overcame dictatorship through the power of its people. Their paths rarely crossed before, separated by distance and history, each following its own journey. Despite these differences, something powerful draws them together: curiosity, friendship, and the desire to learn from one another. Sometimes it takes looking beyond the obvious to find common ground. When people from Hungary and the Philippines meet, they discover that beneath the surface, there are shared dreams, values, and hopes for the future. When people think of Hungary, they may picture paprika, thermal baths, or the old Austro-Hungarian Empire. For the Philippines, it's beaches, fiestas, or jeepneys. Stereotypes like these can keep countries mentally apart. They limit what we think is possible. But over the past decade, real-life exchanges have chipped away at these walls. Students travel between Budapest and Manila on scholarships. Diplomats organize festivals that mix Hungarian folk dance with Filipino music. Even chefs swap recipes and ideas. People meet, talk, and discover they care about the same things: family, education, art, and the future. Suddenly, those old stereotypes don't matter so much. every connection is a step closer to understanding. This is how stereotypes break down, not with speeches, but with shared smiles and stories. Both Hungary and the Philippines are deeply Christian nations, where faith is not just a private matter, but a living, breathing part of everyday life. Christianity is woven into the fabric of their societies, influencing traditions, celebrations, and even the rhythm of daily routines. This faith shapes their values and the way they see the world, guiding how families interact, how communities come together, and how individuals find meaning and purpose. In Hungary, churches stand tall in every city, their spires reaching toward the sky as symbols of hope and resilience through centuries of change. In the Philippines, faith is part of daily life, from grand, colorful festivals that fill the streets with music and devotion, to simple prayers whispered at home before meals or bedtime. Christianity gives both peoples a common language of hope, forgiveness, and charity, inspiring acts of kindness and compassion that reach beyond borders. It teaches them to care for strangers, to welcome guests with open arms, and to help in times of trouble, whether facing personal hardship or national crisis. When delegations meet, they often visit each other's churches and share prayers. Faith also builds trust, creating a foundation for meaningful dialogue and cooperation. Leaders and citizens alike know that their partners believe in the same values, which makes collaboration and understanding much easier. It is easier to discuss tough issues when you know you share something so deep and enduring, something that transcends politics or distance. This shared faith doesn't erase differences in culture, language, or history, but it helps bridge them, making friendship and mutual respect possible even when everything else seems foreign, and reminding both peoples that unity can be found in shared beliefs. Hungary and the Philippines both know what it's like to fight for freedom. Hungary battled against foreign rulers for centuries: Ottomans, Habsburgs, Soviets. The Philippines fought off Spanish, American, and Japanese colonizers, and even rose up against dictatorship. These experiences have left scars, but also deep resilience. Both peoples value their independence. They understand what it means to lose and to reclaim their rights. When they hear each other's stories of struggle, they feel empathy, not pity, but respect. This shared history of resistance builds a strong foundation for friendship. It means that when they speak about freedom and democracy, they do so from the heart. It's not just about politics. It's about knowing what it means to be free, and what it takes to stand together. One of the most powerful symbols of cross-border friendship is the story of José Rizal and Ferdinand Blumentritt. Rizal, a Filipino hero, was exiled and searching for allies. Blumentritt, a Czech-Austrian scholar living in the lands of Hungary's neighbors, became his friend. They never met in person. Yet, through letters, they shared ideas, dreams, and support. Blumentritt encouraged Rizal, helped publish his works, and defended his cause in Europe. Their friendship showed that distance and difference could not stop two minds from connecting. Today, this story inspires Hungarians and Filipinos alike. It shows that friendship is not about borders, it is about trust, respect, and the courage to reach out. Rizal and Blumentritt's bond is a reminder. Sometimes, the best friends are the ones we find far from home. Education is one of the strongest links between Hungary and the Philippines. Hungarian universities offer scholarships to Filipino students in science, engineering, and medicine. These students don't just learn, they bring their culture, dreams, and energy to Europe. Filipino schools also welcome Hungarian lecturers and guests. There are language exchanges, cultural seminars, and even joint research projects. Students return home with new ideas and friends from halfway around the world. These exchanges are more than academic. They build understanding and break down prejudice. Every student who studies abroad becomes a bridge between two worlds. Education plants seeds. Years from now, these students will lead their countries, and their friendships will be the roots of future alliances. Art, music, and food are powerful tools for bringing people together. In Hungary, folk songs and dances celebrate old traditions. In the Philippines, music and festivals fill the streets with joy. When these cultures meet, magic happens. Joint concerts feature Hungarian violins next to Filipino guitars. Artists hold exhibitions that mix European and Asian styles. Chefs experiment, blending paprika with coconut or goulash with adobo, creating new tastes and memories. These cultural exchanges are not just fun, they are meaningful. They teach respect for difference and joy in discovery. They make friendship real, not just an idea. Culture is where hearts meet, and new stories are written. Disasters test the strength of any friendship. The Philippines, struck by typhoons and earthquakes, has often needed help. Hungary has answered, sending medical teams, supplies, and support. Hungarian volunteers have worked side by side with Filipinos in devastated towns. They rebuilt homes, comforted children, and shared in the struggle. The help was not just material, it was a sign of deep care and solidarity. These acts of kindness are not forgotten. When Hungary faced floods, Filipinos sent words of support and donations. In crisis, compassion travels faster than any plane. Helping each other in hard times turns friendship into something unbreakable. Trade ties between Hungary and the Philippines are growing fast. Hungarian companies invest in Philippine technology and farming. Filipino businesses import Hungarian goods, from dairy to machines. Each deal creates jobs and new connections. Technology is a key area. Both countries are working together on clean energy and water management. Hungarian experts share know-how on food security. Filipinos bring creativity and a passion for innovation. Agriculture links the countries too. Joint projects help farmers adapt to climate change. There are workshops, field visits, and new research every year. Business is not just about profit, it's about building futures, side by side. Hungary and the Philippines show that even the most unlikely friends can build something strong. They overcame distance, language, and history to find common ground. Their partnership is rooted in faith, shared struggle, and respect. The world is full of walls, real and imagined. But the story of Hungary and the Philippines teaches us that bridges are possible. When people reach out, learn, and help each other, distance and differences don't have to divide us. Their alliance is a model for others. It reminds us, friendship is not about where you are from, but what you make together. In a divided world, that's a lesson worth learning. This is friendship beyond borders, alive, resilient, and ready to inspire the world.